Olson. Batting ninth, designated hitter number 23, Jackson Dutcher. He's batting for catcher number 2, Hudson Peterson.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and welcome all. Game 3 of the Catholic Classic in 2026 from George Cordero Field here in Des Moines. It's going to be a battle between 1A powerhouse Newman Catholic and 3A Xavier going up against here in Game 3 of the 2026 Catholic Classic. Again, thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Andrew Brown here with you as we get ready to go and set these two teams, again, know each other fairly well. Xavier with the edge here in this one by 2 games in the overall series. And let's go ahead and get it started here with Game 3. Bomario will start things off at the hot corner, followed by Connor Clark at first. Mac Driscoll at second. The DH will be Max Daughtry, and he'll be batting for the pitcher in Crop. Dusty Cook will be in the number 5 hole as that one gets sent really quickly. And the first pitch of the game is ambush style for a hit. That's what we saw in the very first game of the Catholic Classic here. As right back onto the base pass goes Mario. Making that his 18th hit of the season so far. So after the single by Mario, Connor Clark stepping on up. A good game across his first outing here as he went 3 for 5 and had a couple hits and a walk in that contest. All right, now he's going to start off pretty quickly with a runner on first. Mario with a first pitch single. And that one too far on the outer edge. Here we go, 1-1. On the mound here is Crop. As Crop will look to do some damage and get things rolling here. The freshman 6 strikeouts here through 11 innings pitched on the season. The 1-1 is laced out into left field. A one-hopper to the left fielder here in Cole. As Xavier starting off the way they did in Game 1. 2 quick on and 2 ready to go onto the base paths. Back-to-back singles brings up Mac Driscoll to the plate. Xavier now sitting at 6-8 on the year. Bunt attempt pulled back. Ball 1. And lays down the bunt attempt there, and it goes smoothly. The only play is to first, and just like that, small ball at its finest there as the sacrifice moves Mario over to third and moves Clark over to second with just 1 down. Max Daughtry, the DH, stepping on up to the plate. Xavier trying to go 1-1. Both of these teams trying to split the day here. That one is hit out into center field, and that will be a nice catch. But the throw home will need to be on point, and it's cut off before anything else can happen. So Mario will cross the plate. And for the second straight game, the Saints will be the first to score as they connect, and they lead this one 1-0. So back-to-back sacrifices brings up Dusty Cook, and he has a runner in scoring position stranded on second, looking to bring him home, and he'll lift that one into right center field, and a nice hop at the end there from Gast as he'll secure that out, and a big one at that, but not before first blood was drawn by the Saints. A quick top half of the first, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. No errors occurred in that one. 2 hits did happen, and that's how we wrap up with 1 runner left on base. We're going to head to the bottom half of the inning, and it will be for Newman. Thomas McGuire, Hudson Gast, West Cole due up 1, 2, and 3 for the Knights when we return on the IA Baseball Network.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor. You need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting your kingdom.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The bottom half of the inning. It's time for Newman to get started. And as we go ahead and bring in the lineups, it includes Thomas McGuire first. He'll be doing the duties at short. The center fielder, Hudson Gast, followed by the left fielder, Cole West. In the cleanup spot, the first baseman, Tegan Eisenlohr, followed by right fielder, Hudson Hensley. And Cohen Jasperson will be at the hot corner. He'll be in the number 6 hole. Cam Kropp will be doing the pitching duties at number 7. And in the number 8 spot, Daniel Olson will be at second. And will be wrapped up by the DH in Jackson Dutcher, who will be DHing for the catcher in Hudson Peterson. And that's the lineup here for the Newman Catholic Knights. Again, both of these teams losing in the openers, first 2 games here of the Catholic Classic. And now it is up to the bottom of the first here in Thomas McGuire getting things rolling. Again, the Knights just 4 hits in game 1, none of them directly equated to a run. That one right up the middle, had to dance out of danger with that one as it escapes into the outfield grass. And both teams with first pitch hits to start things off.
Batting for the Knights, center fielder number 14, Hudson Gast.
Hudson Gast, who had a couple hits across game 1, their first game. In fact, he had 2 singles going 2 for 4. His chance here in the bottom half of inning number 1 with a runner on first. And nobody down. Get your votes in. Again, today, by the end of today, you need to have all of your votes in for performance of the week. And then you get to vote on the performance of the week. Go ahead to the IA, go ahead and connect us wherever you can, really, on iabaseball1@gmail.com. You can hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, doesn't matter, or you can, wherever you can catch us and nominate. And then on Sunday, as that one is laced in the right side, that'll go into the gap in right center field. And now that'll get one runner coming around to third, the slide in. And that's all she wrote there. A nice single, which puts runners on the corners here. And Newman already equaling the hit total from the Saints. And they put runners on the corners now. As Wes Cole stepping on up to the plate. So back-to-back singles has them in business, nobody out. The first pitch. And there for strike one. Xavier looking at a 6-8 record at the moment, trying to narrow that gap before they take on Davenport North. And as they hit a huge host of other things coming on up. A road ahead for Xavier. In fact, they actually traveled back home to Iowa City West, and then they take a 3-game slate, as you see there. Next pitch is in there for the strike. And then they wrap up a 6-game slate with 2 home games against Iowa City High and Cedar Rapids, Washington. That one gets roped left side. The good pick at third and a couple of hops there. Gets it over to second to get the lead runner there. But, man, a couple of clutches there could have been spelling trouble. In the end, Mario gets the out. And as a result, the exchange is that the game is now all tied. So with 1 down, a runner stands on first. 3 consecutive singles brings home a run, and now Tegan Eisenlohr takes a look at ball 1. This is kind of the game here. Newman very capable of jumping on early, and I mean, they can play the patience or they can ambush you. This is a dangerous team that comes at you in every which direction. In fact, both of these teams are, as they've shown. And if there was ever a loser's bracket, quote unquote, that was really exciting to watch, this is it. Both of these teams right out of the gates getting at least 1 run. And this time, West Cole, helped to give Newman their first RBI of the game, of course, of the day so far, because across game 1, they didn't score via an RBI. They did it via pass ball or hit by pitch or walk. That one gets blooped out there, and that will be caught on the run. And the throw to first to complete the double play, and no. He pulled Clark off the bag, but a heck of a performance by Driscoll as he went into shallow right field to catch that. And then the nice heads-up play on the back end, just not quite in time. That will draw 2 out. As Eisenlohr set down on the pop-up. And that brings 2 down here. Hudson Hensley stepping on up to the plate. Runner on first, trying to get him napping. No go, close play, but still safe. The 0-1 count here. Again, we stand in Game 3 of the Catholic Classic. It has been the good first 2 games so far. Game 1, Dowling winners by a 10-7 margin. And then Game 2, Assumption took down Newman by a 5-3 mark. They didn't give up an RBI pitching at all in that one. And so now it's time as Newman tries to gets going here in Game 2. The big key already hit. Get an RBI with the bat. This one, not a lot of power put on it, but diving, and it finds its way into the outfield grass. That one had an engine on it as it was heading down. It finds its way in for a single, and yet another hit, 4th of the inning here for Newman. And just like that, Cohen Jasperson steps on up to the plate with a good situation at hand. Despite 2 down, he has 2 runners on, and you put something anywhere in the gap, you're going to get some type of score here. First pitch, ball 1. All right, so coming on up here in the next inning is Secret Word. Go ahead and listen for that word to earn a free batting donut, courtesy of The Batting Donut. Make sure to check them out today at thebattingdonut.com or wherever you can find them across social media. 9 and 16-ounce varieties has you covered in any way that you want to help improve your swing in style. The 1-1 count here to Jasperson. With 2 on the pitch, sailing a bit outside. You know, with this, it's kind of a tough situation. Do you go ahead and still challenge, knowing that you have a base open in case you're off, or do you continue to go through this powerful Newman lineup? And the throw back to second. Did they get him? Yes, he did. A wonderful, beautiful pickoff attempt here by Walter as he snags the runner at second, and no more damage done. The pickoff attempt is perfectly done. And that is how we wrap things up here. And Jasperson will have to start the next inning here for Newman as we go ahead and wrap things up. We're going to dive into inning number 2 when we come back. And for Xavier, 6, 7, and 8, due up when we return.
Oftentimes when you have an injury or fall and you're concerned, your first thought is to go to the emergency room. But with VMOS Urgent Injury Clinic, wait times are often a lot less and you can be seen at a lower cost.
If you know that your injury is related to bones, joints, muscles, ligaments, it's a great place to start.
From sprains and strains to fractures and even lacerations. We have 3 clinics for urgent injury that you can be seen at, and we have fantastic surgeons that we can consult and refer to when necessary.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, inside the broadcast. Here it stands right now. It's a 1-1 ball game. 4 hits for Newman. A pair of hits here for Xavier as we get rocking in the top half of inning number 2. And it starts with Owens up at the plate taking a look at ball 1. That one a little chopper, but started foul. We move the count to 1-1. As we take a look again, we'll look at scores from across the day here in baseball, right across the state of Iowa. As this one gets lifted and drifting. Foul, and Eisenlohr out of camera view will capture the out.
Center fielder number 6, Caleb Loxwald.
Caleb Loxwald stepping on up here, looking to continue what he did across the first game. As he had a couple walks and a single in game 1. Lays down a bunt attempt, but that strays foul here for strike 1. The 0-1 delivery, here's the pitch. And that one couldn't catch enough of the zone here as we even it up at 1 apiece. Some more scores from around. You had Cherokee over at West Monona 10-0. 5-2 winners, Kemper Catholic over Bishop Garrigan. PCM over Interstate 35, 6-3. Lewis Central over Sergeant Bluff Luton 13-3. That 2-1 gets sent flying, but in foul territory. And from St. Ansgar, the final, the Saints, the reigning champs, 8-1 over Hampton Dumont Cal. St. Albert over New Fonda, 15-2. 17-2 West Branch over Davenport Central. And those are some updated scores here for you as we draw the count now full 3-2. That one sent high and out of play. Again, the final matchup here of the Catholic Classic is set right after this one. It is Dowling Catholic taking on Assumption. Right now, the full count, that one is lifted. That one is tailing down towards foul territory, but good job by Hensley to capture the out. That one off the bat looked like it may have distance to the height, but in the end was set down for the out. And now Rex Commenda, his first at-bat here of the Catholic Classic, and does so with 2 down here in the top half of inning number 2. That one shot foul here. First strike on him. And from George Cordero Field here in Des Moines. Beautiful backdrop for our battle here. Love the treed skyline and the batter's eye. Absolutely a fun atmosphere here. Home of the Dowling Catholic Maroons. And right now, home to Newman and Xavier battling it out here. That one gets lifted into center field, but camped out 3 steps back for Gast as he'll capture that one.
Top half for the Saints. No runs, no hits.
So, no hits, no runs, and no errors. That does it here for the top half of the inning. Xavier set down quietly, now brings up Newman as Jasperson, Kropp, and Olsen due up when we return. Right here on the IA Baseball Network.
Student council really was a good opportunity for me to understand myself as an individual leader and understand the best way for me to help other people.
Student council provides you with these skills that'll last you not just through high school, not just through college if that's something you want to do, but for the rest of your life.
It's much better to face those obstacles now and learn how to overcome them so that when they take that next step, they already have some of those skills in place to cope and overcome and become the best version of themselves that they can be.
Being in a place where you feel like you belong and finding kind of your voice is so important.
By being around other leaders, you really soak up all of that leadership, and it just makes you want to become a better leader.
There's people out there who have a capability for change and are willing to go out and create that change. And if I associate myself with them, I'll be a part of that grand scheme of things that's bringing positivity and positive change throughout the state.
First pitch here to Cohen Jasperson. He continues from the at-bat he had last time. And last time he was up, the inning ended on a pickoff that was successful by Walter. And so now it's a fresh new at-bat here for Jasperson, who draws the count even at 1-1. Both these teams scoring in the first. This one's fouled off left side, barely on the wrong end of the chalk line. The Catholic Classic 2026 edition. Xavier, Newman, Dowling, and Assumption. The next pitch sails a bit on him here. We draw it 2-1. And both of these teams get home games in their next outing. As that one sails just a bit. Again, for Xavier, they take on Iowa City West at home and then back to Iowa City High 4 games later. That one sailing a bit too high, and that draws the walk.
Batting for the Knights.
5 pitches, gets a runner onto the base pass. Jasperson right back, and now Cam Kropp stepping on up to the plate, trying to help out his cause on the mound. For us, for Newman, we'll get to that here in just a bit. And the empty pitch, not quite in there, ball 1. The road ahead for Newman, 2 consecutive home games against Clear Lake and Central Springs before they're on the road for the next 4 outings. This one, a nice rip out there to second. The flip over to second and the bouncing all the way to first. Got him. We have had some really good double plays here in that one. That had about a 3-hopper to get to first, but it was fast enough to do so. And the double play gets him down to 2 out. You know, Daniel Olson stepping on up to the plate. Instead of at least 1 runner on, he has 2 out. The 0-0 delivery, that one went too far inside, and that got him right where you don't want it. That looked right on the side of his head next to the ear hole. And Coach Bull coming out there to really check on him, make sure he's okay. But, man, you got to have a little bit of ringing in your ears right about now. Certainly not something that was intentional, but, man, does it hurt nonetheless. Hopefully they get to keep him in there. It looks like he's putting it back on. Helmet's okay. Trainer coming on out to check. Definitely this is kind of a hit and miss. It's really touchy because you just don't know. They may be good to go, but you really don't know what kind of damage, if at all, has been done. Nonetheless, they're going to go ahead and send him on to first. As with 2 down, we get 1 runner on. And now we come up to the number 9 hole man and Jackson Dusher to the plate. DHing for the catcher in Hudson Peterson. With a runner on, trying to get something rolling here in a tie ball game. Strike 1. So, a key word here for you. We got a key word that if you go ahead and after this pitch we'll give out, you go ahead and message us the keyword. You can get a free batting donut, courtesy of the batting donut. That's in there for strike 2. Keyword is pitch. If you go ahead and give us the keyword pitch, we could go ahead and get you a free batting donut, courtesy of the batting donut. Several different colors to choose from, and it will be shipped right to you. Just make sure that you hit us up right here on the live stream with the word pitch, P-I-T-C-H. As we now go to a 1-2 count. The number 9 hole man here for Newman Catholic. The look and the fire. He gets some on a half swing, but he says full swing there, and damage is nil. So the first strikeout of the game comes in a big situation for Walter. He sets him down, and now we will head on over to a brand fresh new inning. It's the 3rd coming on up, and when we do so, it'll be 9-1-2 due up for the Saints right after this.
Sportsmanship means doing what's right, treating your opponent with respect no matter the score.
The guy across from you works really hard to get to where he's at, so you should respect him, respect all the work he's put in.
It always goes back to the golden rule, you know, treat people how you would like to be treated.
I'm sure if you play sports, you've been around people who are unkind during the sport, but it makes it better and when everybody's kind. You're out there playing a sport, you're out there to have fun. You can still want to win, but always be kind. Remember, that's a human.
Nothing you can say from the stands is going to change the call that they make on the field. No matter how hard you yell at them, they're going to stick with the call on the field. So it doesn't really help much. But what does help is encouraging your team when they're down, when the call doesn't go their way. Instead of yelling at the officials, try to help encourage your team and get them out of the funk that they're in, and try and get them in the right direction.
Hey, welcome back. It is a brand new inning. In fact, it's the third, all knotted up at 1, and we got 9-1 and 2 due in store for you for the Saints. Looking to try and break the tie, and we start off with ball 1 away. Always a great time here at the ballpark, but when it's part of the Catholic Classic, just rings just a bit truer. A tradition that is absolutely, stands 20-plus years. It's absolutely stellar, and really glad that we've gotten to be a part of it the last few years. Always a fun time, these 4 teams battling it out here early season, and everywhere you go, it's really a true testament. You go ahead and win here, it adds a huge boost to the resume going forward, that's for sure. The 2-1 delivery. No go on pitch number 4. We draw it 3-1. Again, Griffin Brecht out of the 9 hole. His first time to the plate here across the doubleheader. This one gets sent high. This one will not catch the outfield grass. And it will be McGuire who captures it for a quick out number 1.
Number 22, Bo Morio.
Bo Morio up. It took 1, and I do mean just 1 pitch before he deposited a single into the outfield grass, and he gets the chance to come up now his second at bat here. He's had 3 hits so far in both games so far. And he has a runner on first with 1 down. Again, hit us up the word pitch, P-I-T-C-H, and you can earn a free batting donut, courtesy of the batting donut. As that one dialed in there for strike 1 to even up the count. Again, Crop on the mound for Newman. Newman looking to go to win number 12 on the season. Meanwhile, Xavier looking for win number 7. Swings through that one. Connected. That would have probably sent it pretty far. In the end, it is drawn to a 1-2 count with 1 down. Mario, one of the top catchers in all of 3A, again committed to the University of Iowa following his time here. Lays off that one for a 2-2 count. And really, he has found a lot of versatility. Normally, we've found him as one of the top catchers, but man, he has found versatility in the infield. And with his bat, man, he can wait on you. He can jump out of the gates. And that one he sends on a liner, and that one gets there. A 3-hopper out there to left as Cole will have to secure it, and a quick fire stops Mario from getting 2, but it doesn't stop him from getting back-to-back singles. And now Connor Clark up to the plate. He, too, singled back in the first. So with a runner on first and Mario, very capable of doing some damage on the base pass. Strong lead over there at first. And the pitch to Clark. Gets some swinging through strike 1. And Dowling takes on Assumption here in the nightcap. Originally scheduled for 6:30. We'll see where that ends up. Running just a bit behind, but having a lot of fun here today. The Catholic Classic 2026 edition from George Cordero Field. And this broadcast powered by DeMoss Orthopedic Centers. 3 locations. If you have a little ache, a little pain, don't let it turn into a big one. Hit them up today. Quick, easy. Good recovery time. And Mario taking off to second. The throw is down, and it's not in time. Just off but a heck of a throw from Peterson, unable to catch the speedy Mario as he finds himself right back into scoring position. And with that, it marks, excuse me, it marks his first stolen base of the season. That one sent high and nicely done on a layout. Heck of a play, and the runner's tags as he will head on home to third. A heck of an event there. What a play out there in center field by Gast as he records the out. And now that brings up Mac Driscoll to the plate. Driscoll was a sacrifice his last time up, which helped lead to a run. Oh, 1 the count here. 2 are down. That one, a quick shot left side, but that'll go foul for an 0-2 count. Xavier in game 1 got off to a really hot start and then ran into a buzzsaw of a 4th inning, falling from a 4-run lead to a 4-run deficit. That one gets laced out there and a nice running catch. Third base side goes McGuire, and a heck of a play for him as he secures out number 3. So despite going on, we have a hit, we had a runner on third, no score. It's still a 1-1 ball game as we head into the bottom half, and when we do, it will be 1, 2, and 3 due up for the Knights when we return right here on the Iowa Baseball Network.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor. You need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting your kingdom.
.62, Coach. 62. First out. We're doing this so that the kids can continue to play. Like we used to enjoy playing when I was in high school. I understand how fun it was, and I want that same fun to be had by the kids now. So that's why we need more officials to keep these games going on.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We get rolling now with the bottom half of inning number 3. The top of the Newman lineup set and ready to roll as Thomas McGuire, 1 for 1 so far, looks at ball 1 in his second at bat. He has 58 stolen bases already recorded on the season, as that is a high chopper out there to second the pick, and a good throw over gets him. Driscoll has a handful of those plays already, making it look rather easy as it now goes for a quick out number 1. Both of these teams settling in pretty good here as we run towards the middle innings. Now Hudson Gass stepping on up. He's singled once, and he gets on in a not so fun way as he gets hit by pitch, and he makes his way on over to first. And that'll bring up Wes Cole to the plate, the guy that you probably don't want up the most. He drove home the only run of the game for Newman so far. Dangerous play, dangerous at bat here. With a runner on and just 1 down, Coach Bull giving the signals. Most likely, again, a team that's stolen 58 times successfully already is showing the propensity to do a lot A lot of good things. That one is not going to be a stolen base, but it is going to get a runner over to second into scoring position. And again, as Gast stands on second with a chance to do something big here for West Cole. Already an RBI under his belt, the 0-1. Watches that one go by for ball one. Oh, 1-1 count with one down and one runner on. Game 3 of the Catholic Classic here from George Cordero Field. As that one gets away and moving all the way around to third here goes Gast. Hit by pitch and a couple wild throws later, he stands one stride away from scoring. And Coach Halter up on the mound just to kind of have a little bit of a conversation here. More so just to kind of say, hey, don't worry, let's get through it. Let's get back. Let's get centered. Because the last thing you want to do here, as fun as these games are, you still have to set yourself up for wins going forward. And so they're going to, by my account, probably go with Walter as long as they possibly can here. So just kind of a conversation, kind of calm them down, get them set, get them refocused. And now he's getting set and ready. The 2-1 delivery here to the number 3 hole man and Cole as he takes strike one on the outer third. A 2-2 count, runner on third. It started with a McGuire ground out, then Gast hit by pitch, and a couple bad throws later makes his way on over to third. And now we have a full count delivery ready to set and go. Andrew Brown here on the call as we are in the bottom half of the inning. That one is laced out there, and a diving attempt is no good. And Newman Catholic will officially pick up the lead, and that will be a stand-up double for West. He has been a wrecking ball early on in this one as he drives home both of Newman's runs. That time an RBI double. And now Tegan Eisenlohr stepping on up. His chance to continue what has been going on with just one down here. Eisenlohr, some pretty big hits across game one. That one and a chopper, and that one is a seeing eye single that gets through. Coach Bull will put up the stop sign, and we have runners squarely on the corners here. And Newman breaking out the bats, hit number 5 here. As runners on first and third, still one out, puts a lot more pressure here on the Saints. And, of course, Hudson Hensley coming on up. He also was part of the 4-hit first inning here for Newman. They've already punched one run home in the bottom half of the third, looking to add on. Again, no lead is ever safe, so Newman certainly looking to add a lot more to make it at least somewhat comfortable. Looks like kind of a pitch out there. 1-0 to start the at-bat. Keeping them honest over there at first. Again, Walter on the bump here for Xavier. The sophomore, 7 innings under his belt, 4 strikeouts. And a close pickoff there. Not quite in time, however, we remain with runners on the corners. And you got to think if you're Hensley right now, you have wiggle room. You have a chance to do something. You have a chance to move around. You can have a productive out no matter what you do here. The only thing you can't do is strike out. And so far, Walter, just 1 strikeout on the game. Second would be a huge help right here. That one gets put out of play, foul into the fence. Hey, make sure if you want to catch up on all that's going on and catch all the big moments from around the state of Iowa in baseball, catch up on High and Tight, which comes your way on Monday or Sunday night, depending on which, right here on the IA Sports YouTube page. A chance for Kate Nissen and myself to dive into the week that was, update rankings, and a whole lot more, as that one is a big one. Climbed the ladder, and Hensley agreed to it. Swung through, second strikeout of the game here for Walter. And now he'll come up and face Cohen Jasperson, to the plate. So far is 0 for 0, had a walk back in the second. Home of the Maroons here at George Cordero Field in Des Moines. A beautiful backdrop here. A great place to play the Catholic Classic, which is going on over 20 years in existence here. That one captures a nice part of the zone, 0-1. Again, to next game. In fact, right after this one, takes a look at Dowling facing Assumption. That is lifted high, but that will be out of play. Keeps it at a 2-strike count now. So with 2 runners on, a chance here. You poke something into the outfield grass, you get at least a 2-run advantage here for Newman. That one too low, not going to count. Ball 1. Time is called. Appreciate everyone tuning in and making this a part of your day. Always a great time to be at the Baseball Diamond, as the runner will take off, and that will not matter because that will be strike 3. Back-to-back Ks here for Walter. Gets him out of the jam, but not before more action on the base pass here as Newman breaks open a 2-1 lead, and they will hold that one into the next inning as we continue on right here from George Cordero Field here in Des Moines. It's the Catholic Classic coming up after this.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor. You need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last, because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting your kingdom.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget, catch up with Insolites, the LED flashing insulated light that you can see from up to half a mile or more away. Pick place and watch it work. In fact, hey, catch up on all that time you would having to fix a fence or track to see if it's not working, or even shocking yourself. No more, no need. Check them out today at insolites.com. First pitch, too far away, starts with ball 1 to the cleanup man here. And number 14, Max Daughtry, a DH, a sacrifice RBI, his first trip up back in the first. Sails that one too far in foul territory. And we start with an 0-2 count. And gets them to swing through, but got to complete the play on the back end. And they do just that. A nice throw there from Peterson will connect on the out. Quick out number 1 here as we continue to roll through. And as we do, check out more great stuff coming your way every Monday, High and Tights, right here on the IA Sports YouTube page. And now Dusty Cook stepping on up here. A 1-0 count to start his second at-bat. Flew out to center first trip. And that one gets sliced, but foul ball. Again, one gap day before we're back at it again on the mic. Monday, we travel to Valley as Valley takes on a doubleheader with Southeast Polk. And we got a couple of big aces on the mound ready to go. Alex Williams is recently been crowned as Southeast Polk's career strikeouts leader. And, of course, Ryan Stedman for Valley heading to Iowa following his time as a Tiger. He has had double-digit strikeouts in each of his first few outings. That one gets lifted high, and that one's coming on in. It's fallen down, but right into the glove of Gast. The pitching has been from Crop pretty excellent, actually. Despite the fact that 3 hits given up, I mean, just 1 run has crossed, and it's been really bend but not break. And so far hasn't had a whole lot of issue through this lineup here for Xavier. Jackson Owens stepping on up, takes ball 1. Ball 2, way too high. Again, the word PITCH, pitch. Go ahead, and we have the batting donut ready for you. A batting weight that's 9 to 16 out varieties. You get the chance to add it on and sweeten your swing with the help of the batting donut. Again, they come in a variety of different colors here. They come in the brown, pink, and blue. Your chance to get simply delicious with your swing. Check it out today at the Batting Donut, all across social media as well. And plus, we're giving away some free ones here. The 3-1 delivery gets sent out there, and that will be a 2-hopper out there to center field. That's how the hits get going here for Owens. His first hit of the ball game. And now that'll bring up Caleb Loftswald to the plate. Flew out to right his last time up. Trying to get a rally going here. Down by 1 in the top half of inning number 4. Coach Halter coming on in. A heck of a season so far for him, but man, a career at best. 203 wins entering today's contest, looking for 204 should he connect here. Again, he just recently entered the 200-win club. That one is lined out there, and that will be a base hit to right field. Coming around third and headed for second, headed to third, and a heck of a play there by Owens as he legs it out, and Loswell turns a single into a double there. And now that's how you do it. That's how you turn 2 outs into a threat here. And just like that, Comenda gets a chance. Trying to get to the hit column here. 0 for 1 so far. And that one ripped to short. A good pickup by McGuire. And he nabs him by a step. And the threat is muted. So despite some action onto the base pass and despite a couple hits, nothing going for Xavier as they are set down without a run, and it is still a 2-1 Newman lead when we get the chance to come on back. And when we do, it will be 7, 8, and 9, Crop, Olsen, and Dutcher when we return right here on the IA Baseball Network.
Oftentimes when you have an injury or fall and you're concerned, your first thought is to go to the emergency room. But with DMOS Urgent Injury Clinic, wait times are often a lot less and you can be seen at a lower cost.
If you know that your injury is related to bones, joints, muscles, ligaments, it's a great place to start.
From sprains and strains to fractures and even lacerations. We have 3 clinics for urgent injury that you can be seen at, and we have fantastic surgeons that we can consult and refer to when necessary.
Hey, did you know that you could get somebody nominated and you could get somebody to win a Performance of the Week? That's right. You can do both. You can nominate, you can vote, you can get out there. Baseball on Facebook is where you go vote tomorrow as we go ahead and give you the panel of nominations for Performance of the Week. So let's get going here as Walter's back on the mound here for Xavier. And it's Crop to meet him in a pitcher-on-pitcher battle. Ball 1 to start. Next pitch sails that one out of play. Catholic Classic continues to roll on with Game 4, the final nightcap here. They're due up next. Trying to catch the outer edge. No go, says Blue. I mean, give credit. There's been pretty good consistency behind the plate for all 3 games so far. That one gets muscled, but out of play for strike 2. And that one, a good chopper. That one gets through. A heck of a hit here as Crop gets things rolling on a single. And now Daniel Olsen getting his chance. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we continue on with Daniel Olsen, who officially strikes out there for the 4th strikeout of the game here for Walters on the mound. Brings up the number 9 hole man in Jackson Dutcher. Strikeout victim in his last plate appearance. That one sent out of play, strike 1. With 1 down here, got a runner on first. Crop started things out with a single. Olsen struck out for the 4th strikeout of the game for Walter, and now we get into batter number 3, trying to pick off move, not quite. And the Saints rank number 11th in the latest polls. Looking to try and maintain that level here. That one low and in the dirt, wisely lays off. We split it now 1 apiece. The 1-1 count now with a 1 runner on. The infield coming in just a step here. That one on a slow hop out there to short. Quick throw, needed it, but not quite connected on the back end, as that allows a runner to get over to third. We have runners at second and third now with just 1 down. And Newman adding more offense into the mix.
The Knights leadoff hitter number 6, Thomas McGuire.
So following the error, it's the top of the lineup, drawn back once more. McGuire, so far 1 for 2, singled back in the first. And with one out, the infield here for Xavier is coming on in. Going to try and stop something here. Both teams with 5 hits so far. Xavier, the one, unfortunately, with 2 errors, and that's what's kind of hurt them so far. Everyone near on the grass. This one gets lifted out there, and it may do the trick. This one's out there to left, a catch out there, and the throw in. Will it be in time? It will not be in time, as not only was it not a catch, but we get a runner coming on home. It's a 3-1 advantage here.
Center fielder number 14, Hudson Gass.
So back-to-back errors, and the run scores here. Again, you had the collision out there in center field, and just like that, we've seen errors play huge impacts in all games so far whenever they've occurred. And now Hudson Gass trying to continue on. He is 1 for 1, was hit by pitch back in the third. But boy, we talk about what a little bit of a difference from game 1, in which they had 4 hits, but none of them equaled a run. And even now, when they don't get an RBI credited, it still brings in a run. Both teams still with 5 hits in the contest. One attempt laid down, fouled back. We go 0-1. So runners on first and second now. 1 run has come home in each of the last 2 innings here for Newman as they hold a 3-1 advantage. Newman looking to pick up win number 12. That one's a slow roller out to Mario. He'll have to get firing quickly, and he does. He captures the out. Meanwhile, runners do advance, now second and third with 2 down.
Left fielder number 17, Wes Cole.
And boy, do you not want this guy up right now. He has been on fire, 2 for 2, and every time he's been up, he's driven in a run. 3 runs driven in so far on a double and a single. And for Newman fans, he is exactly who you want here in this situation, and swings through that one for strike 1. Iowa High School baseball on tap here for you. Game 4 of the Catholic Classic coming your way after this one. And it will feature the 2 winners of games 1 and 2, Assumption and Dowling Catholic. The next pitch, that one is a chopper out there to second. Driscoll with the fire. He'll get it on over to first. No problem. And out number 3. But not before one more run crosses here for Newman. They find themselves on the better end of a 3-1 score as we head into inning number 5. And when we come back, more action here for you as we get rolling. Don't forget, more coverage of the Iowa High School Catholic Classic after this.
Oftentimes when you have an injury or fall and you're concerned, your first thought is to go to the emergency room. But with DMOS Urgent Injury Clinic, wait times are often a lot less and you can be seen at a lower cost.
If you know that your injury is related to bones, joints, muscles, ligaments, it's a great place to start.
From sprains and strains to fractures and even lacerations, we have 3 clinics for urgent injury that you can be seen at, and we have fantastic surgeons that we can consult and refer to when necessary.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at the inning-by-inning score here. Both teams out of the gate strong with 1 run each in the first. And then since then, it has been all Newman Catholic as they have added even more onto the mix and getting another run in there in inning number 4. We'll go ahead and mark that down. So back-to-back 1-run innings here for Newman, and the Knights have a 3-1 advantage here through 4 innings worth of play. Diving into the top of inning number 5 right here. And again, appreciate everybody for jumping in and making this a part of your day. Always a great time when we get to have these contests. So thank you again so much for all the likes and shares and subscribes and comments. We want to hear more of that. So, because again, it is for you guys, and whether it's mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, brother, sister, cousin once removed, get out those phones and get stuff recorded because we want to see all the action across the entire scene here in Iowa high school baseball. So the fifth inning again with Griffin Brecht. He gets to start things off here in the top half of inning number 5, down 0-2. And he laces that one left center field, and that will get over the outstretched hands at center. Gast unable to get to it, and that will be a double here for the 9-hole man in Griffin Brecht. His first hit of the ball game as it gets things rolling for the Saints here in the 5th. So a heck of a double brings up Bo Mario, 2 for 2 with a stolen base under his belt. So first stolen base of the year, check. And so far, he has been on a roll, on a tear offensively. Hard to stop him. And now with no out, he's probably one of the most dangerous hitters that you will not want to face. Here's the pitch. That one lifted left side. That one's got some carry to it. That one's going, and that one's off the wall. That will plate at least one run coming on home, and that will be another double for Bo Mario. A heck of a day for him. Now 3 for 3 with an RBI.
Batting for the Saints, first baseman number 18, Connor Clark.
Gosh, that guy is hard to stop. And that's exactly what you want as he trades places out there on second. And now he gets things rolling here, brings it within 1. It's a 2-3 ball game. And now Connor Clark, who went 3 for 4 in game 1. And boy, if you ever wanted a comeback, we got something for you right here. A comeback in the works. Already one here in the 5th for Xavier. Clark with the look, takes, just says no to that one. 1-0 the count. And we'll give you a look at the collegiate space here as we get ready for the College World Series from Omaha coming on up. Super Regionals underway. And again, it's just a great time in baseball because you have Super Regionals in college. You have Major League Baseball going on through, getting closer to the All-Star break. And you have week 3 of the Iowa high school baseball season in the mix. So, I mean, what more could you ask for at this point? It's a great time to be alive here and a great time to be at the baseball diamond. George Cordero Field, to be exact, as that one is a 2-hopper out there to second. And Olsen with the pick and fire, and he'll capture the out. In exchange, though, we tie up the ball game as Mario crosses the plate for run number 3. So with one down here, we now move on to Mac Driscoll. And he takes strike 1. Two runs so far in the top half of the inning here for Xavier as they have evened this one up. That one dancing out of danger. 7 hits here for the Saints, who have just kind of played to the patient game here. That one shot foul. They watch their 1-run lead get tied and then evaporate into a 2-run deficit, which they have evened up here on the strength of a few hits, including a RBI double here by Bo Mario and a Connor Clark sacrifice RBI. And that one will be all she wrote here for Clark as he gets set down for out number 2.
Designated hitter number 14, Max Doherty.
Max Daughtry now up at the plate. Sacrifice RBI in the first, strikeout back in the 4th. Appreciate you coming along for the ride with us and having some fun with us. Again, this is the Catholic Classic here from Des Moines, Iowa. A heck of a battle through the first two games, and we got one here in Game 3. Top half of inning number 5. It's a 3-all ball game. That one gets lifted out to right. Nice job on the run. Hensley will capture out number 3, but not before damage has been done. It's all knotted up at 3, thanks to the strength of an RBI double by Mario and a sacrifice RBI by Clark. And that gets us to where we're at right now. It's a 3-all ball game heading into the bottom of the 5th when we return.
Sportsmanship means doing what's right, treating your opponent with respect, no matter the score.
The guy across from you works really hard to get to where he's at, so you should respect him, respect all the work he's put in.
It always goes back to the golden rule, you know, treat people how you would like to be treated.
I'm sure if you play sports, you've been around people who are unkind during the sport, but it makes it better and when everybody's kind. You're out there playing a sport, you're out there to have fun. You can still want to win, but always be kind. Remember, that's a human.
Nothing you can say from the stands is going to change the call that they make on the field. No matter how hard you yell at them, they're going to stick with the call on the field. So it doesn't really help much. But what does help is encouraging your team when they're down, when the call doesn't go their way. Instead of yelling at the officials, try to help encourage your team and get them out of the funk that they're in and try and get them in the right direction.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here as we continue to roll right along in the broadcast. Andrew Brown here, and we'll take a look at the road ahead coming on up here for the Saints. It takes a look at going home for Iowa City West, trying to even that series out before they're on the road for 3 straight contests, and then back at home against Iowa City High and Cedar Rapids, Washington. Meanwhile, the road ahead for Newman, 2 consecutive home games in the next 2 outings, followed by 4 consecutive road games, 2 of which they haven't lost a single game against Osage and Nashua Plainfield in the Bound era. So that was road ahead, brought to you by Insolites at insolites.com. Check them out today for the LED flashing insulated light that you can see from up to half a mile or more away. It truly is simplicity at its finest. Check it out today at insolites.com. Xavier Murray doing the pitching duties in relief here as Walter will exit 4 strikeouts, through 4 innings worth of work. Murray has a 1-1 count here as he gets rolling with the cleanup man in Tegan Eisenlohr swinging through that one. The next pitch, that one sails a bit high. We go and draw it even at 2-2. And that one, not quite where he wanted to place that one, as Eisenlohr is hit by a pitch, getting onto the base pass for the second time today. Bringing up Hudson Hensley to the plate. 1 for 2 with a single back in the first. A quick conversation there at first, and now we get back right to it. Again, Hensley has a 1 for 2 game rocking right now. Coach Bull giving the signals here. This is a team that has up to today's action 58 total stolen bases. They have been all around the board and then some. And that one gets swung on and tried to connect on an outside pitch. 0-1. This Newman squad has 3 consecutive 20-plus run games under their belt coming into today's action. Of course, fell in their game 1 to the Assumption Knights 5-3. That one gets popped out there to center. It has something on it. It's going all the way back to the wall, and that'll get one run coming around second, headed to third. The stop sign as we have runners in scoring position, and just like that, Newman Catholic is at it again. Hensley with his second hit. This strikes for a double, and now Cohen Jasperson, who has reached base once out of 2 trips, looking for his first hit here in this one. He has runners on second and third and a prime opportunity, nobody out. Yeah, he gets a chance to really do some damage here. Anything, anywhere, including that one possibly, as that one tails, but no go on the fence. Foul ball. Appreciate everyone joining in and having fun with us today. Again, live from the Catholic Classic here in Des Moines. George Cordero Field here in the home of the Dowling Catholic Maroons. That one fouled out of play. Murray, the sophomore, 13 strikeouts, the second leading strikeout man on the squad, which shows you that Coach Halter really going for the win here today, trying to grab a win from the Catholic Classic. The 1-2 delivery here. A heck of a breaker. The good old Uncle Charlie found its way in there just right and gets out number 1. That's strikeout number 1 here for Murray. Runners still on second and third as we bring up Cam Kropp, who singled his last time up. 1 for 2 officially on the day. And boy, Newman continues. You know what? They saw their lead vanish, all tied up here, and now they're back at it, 1 down, and they have runners in scoring position and a big chance to get something rolling here. Tried to get the breaker to go back door, but couldn't. We move the count 2-0. The infield in here for the Saints. They're just not going to try and concede anything up to this point. And I certainly don't blame them in a 3-all tie. Nice job on the breaker to the outside. Gives it a 2-1 count here. Here's the pitch. That one outside. Thanks for joining in and sticking with us here. What a game it has been. Both teams 1 run apiece in the first, and then it was all Newman for the third and fourth, adding a 3-1 lead after 4. But then came the fifth, and Xavier ties it all up with 2 more in the fifth. And that's how we stand right now, all knotted up at 3 apiece. The pitch, and that one, slow roller out there to third. They will fire home, and they'll get the runner on a tag. They got the lead runner as both were taken off. Didn't need to, but both of the lead runners took off, and therefore nowhere else to go. Heads up play by Mario at third as he secures out number 2, and a chance for the Saints to get out of this one unscathed. So fielder's choice now brings up Daniel Olson to the plate. Olson hit by pitch and struck out in 2 trips. And beautiful backdrop here. Absolute great place to play baseball here. And of course, a great backdrop for the Catholic Classic 2026 edition. More action coming in the final game here, the nightcap. From George Cordero Field here, home of the Dowling Catholic Maroons. The field dimensions are 325 to the left and right field poles, 370 to right center field. Here's the pitch, runner taken off, and the eye is squarely down to third because you got too much speed on the base pass, and you're just going to have to eat the runner heading on over to second. And now that's where we stand. Back to second and third. 0-1 the count. 2 down. Trying really to get that backdoor breaker working. Not quite hitting the mark here for Murray. But again, Murray's second leading strikeout hurler for the Saints. And you can tell that they're not giving up this game if you got that guy coming in on the mound. Here's the 1-1. High heat, missed on, brings it 1-2. One, two, the count with 2 down. Xavier trying to get out of this one unscathed. Newman trying to poke across a leading run. And that one gets into the outfield. No, it doesn't. Good stop there at second, but not in time as that slow roller might have hurt Driscoll in the play there. Meanwhile, Newman does get a run across, and they lead this one 4-3. But Xavier has Driscoll down. Looks like they're getting him stretched right now. Hopefully that's all it is. Hopefully there's nothing more, no damage. Once again, thank you for tuning in and making this part of your day. Andrew Brown here on With the Balls and Strikes. Cade Nissen doing all the social media fanatics all across, and really appreciate everybody across the IA baseball scene. All of the rankers who put a lot of time and energy into all the rankings, individual and position. Again, position rankings for 1A, 2A will be dropping soon. Meanwhile, team rankings updated weekly, and it has been 1A where we've had not as much change over the course. And again, Newman Catholic comes on in as the number 8 rated team in 1A. Meanwhile, Xavier marks as the number 11 team in 3A. So we'll see how that continues to progress. Right now, we're going to take a quick break as we get things settled here from George Cordero Field. It's a 4-3 lead for Newman right after this.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor. You need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection.
Following the RBI single by Daniel Olson, Jackson Dutcher up to the plate, fouls one off. It's a 4-3 advantage here for Newman. They have played a 1 run in the first, third, fourth, and now fifth innings. They have the advantage here. They have a runner on first and third. Number 9, Holman, strikeout and reached via error into trips. Here's the pitch. So runners on the corners, and here we go. 2 strikes, 2 down, 2 runners on. Murray, and quite the pickle. Here's the pitch. That one gets away. And, of course, Olson will head on over. Gets a stolen base credited there. 3 of them so far in the game for the Knights. And they have a chance here. Get one in the gap, and you're plating 2. That one's out into the bullpen. And it started with 1 run each for both Dowling and Xavier in the first. It's been 1 in the third, fourth, and fifth here for Newman as they come up and break the tie. Meanwhile, the ball gets away and the run's coming on home. The tag applied in time. And it was a close one, a close bang-bang play, and that ends up out number 3. So nice job by Owens behind the dish, capturing that up and getting it on over, gets the out, and heads up play here by Murray, also hustling in and grabbing the out. But not before some more on the scoreboard. It's now a 4-3 advantage here for the Knights of Newman Catholic. It's now a chance for the Saints to try and even things up once more when we come back.
Sportsmanship means doing what's right, treating your opponent with respect, no matter the score.
The guy across from you works really hard to get to where he's at, so you should respect him, respect all the work he's put in.
It always goes back to the golden rule, you know, treat people how you would like to be treated.
I'm sure if you play sports, you've been around people who are unkind during the sport, but it makes it better and when everybody's kind. You're out there playing a sport, you're out there to have fun. You can still want to win, but always be kind. Remember, that's a human.
Nothing you can say from the stands is going to change the call that they make on the field. No matter how hard you yell at them, they're going to stick with the call on the field. So it doesn't really help much, but what does help is encouraging your team when they're down, when the call doesn't go their way. Instead of yelling at the officials, try to help encourage your team and get them out of the funk that they're in and try and get them in the right direction.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We get things rocking and rolling here as we get the top of inning number 6. It was a quick start here. As that was Murray in for Cook, and a first pitch swing sent out to center, and a quick out number 1. Meanwhile, Jackson Owens, the catcher, 1 for 2. Made it all the way to third his last time up, but could not come all the way around. Takes ball 1 to even up the count here. Tried to capture the inner third up and in, but no go. The inside just hasn't been called as much as I've seen the outside called anyway, but in the end, that one is laced out there, and a diving attempt, no go by Gast, and that will be another double on the board here for the Saints, as the Saints look to answer on back. Owens with another double. That's the third double in 2 innings here for Xavier. As now Caleb Loswald back up to the plate. 1 for 2, singled back in the 4th. Empty count, and now the pitch. Dials it in there outside. That's seeming where pitchers need to find that edge. If you want to find a good strikeout area, it seems to be the outer edge in terms of the umpiring so far in Game 3. That one too far inside the zone, evens it up. Again, there's a prime example. Seems like that outside edge is where the strikes are being called, and that's where we're going to see. And we might end up seeing with that a lot more ground balls going forward. Except when I say that, that one's lifted out to right center field. That one's going, and that one is out of here. Not enough real estate to hold that one in the ballpark. A 2-run shot here for Caleb Lofswald as he now takes Xavier from a 1-run deficit to a 1-run lead and 1 swing of the bat.
Batting for the Saints, right fielder number 8.
That was a heck of a shot there as it kept carrying and had a lot under it. Just what I said, there'd be a lot of ground balls. Caleb Lofswald says, hey, I'll take this, and deposits it over the right field fence for a 2-run home run, bringing up Rex Cominda back to the plate. A ground out and a fly out in 2 trips. And that one will find its way into the outfield grass. The hit parade continues on. Cominda with his first hit of the day. Singles out there with just 1 down. And brings up the number 9 hole man and Griffin Brecht. Doubled his last time up, 1 for 2 on the day. And more than likely, we will have a new hurler on the mound coming on up here for Newman. Coach Bull coming out, and that will be the end of the day for Crop as he goes 5 1/3 innings worth of work, and he draws a pair of strikeouts, and he will be responsible for the runners onto the base pass here. He's now responsible for Xavier putting up 10 hits in the ball game. And we'll take a quick break. We'll be back and tell you all about the new hurler right after this.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor. You need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting your kingdom.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at the inning-by-inning mark so far. In this one, Xavier with the lead. It all started tied up after 1, and a 3-1 lead for Newman after 4 innings worth of work. In fact, a 4-1 advantage after 5. But then 2 runs in each of the 5th and 6th innings so far for the Saints have now taken them from a deficit to a 1-run lead. And that's where we stand right now. New pitcher to talk to you about here in just a bit. As that one gets sent into the outfield and splits the outfielders in left and center. 1 run getting over to third, and we have another double in store. Heck of an at-bat here. As Brecht will grab his second double
Third baseman number 22
of the game. That's 4 doubles in the past 2 innings now here for the Saints. As we have runners now standing on second and third. And a big chance here. Bo Mario stepping up to the plate. He's been perfect at the plate. 3 for 3. He's also driven in a run, earned a stolen base. And now with just 1 down, a big opportunity here in this one. Hudson Gast comes on in to pitch and looking to add on to his 5 innings worth and 5 strikeouts. That one couldn't quite catch up to, and that's 0-1. Next game up, Dowling takes on Assumption. The infield is in, nearly all on the grass here for Newman. Trying not to concede any more runs. That one gets lifted on a blooper out there, and it finds its way in the outfield grass. Runner coming on home. There will not be a play in time. And Bo Mario picks up his second run driven in on the game. It's now a 2-run advantage here for Xavier in the 6th. And Connor Clark, who has an RBI under his belt as well, he is officially 1 for 2, singled in the first, flew out in the third, a sacrifice in the 5th. And that one gets laced right up there. A nice play at short, the throw over, and he did. A good exchange over there to first, but it didn't quite happen for Mario at second. Nice defensive stop by McGuire just to keep that in and keep that around him. They did get the runner at first. Meanwhile, the runner from third does cross to score. It's now a 7-4 ball game. That one looked like it may find its way into the outfield grass, but good stop there by McGuire. And we continue to roll on here. Runner on second. Already 4 runs home here for the Saints in this inning. This one gets laced out there and dropped to a knee goes Cole. But he'll come up with it for out number 3. But that's not before. We have 4 hits to help push across, 4 runs. It is a 7-4 ball game. Xavier up on top when we head to the bottom half of the inning. And coming on up, due next, the top of the lineup, McGuire, Gass, Cole, when we return right here on the iBaseball Network.
No errors as we move to the...
Oftentimes when you have an injury or fall and you're concerned, your first thought is to go to the emergency room. But with DMOS Urgent Injury Clinic, wait times are often a lot less, and you can be seen at a lower cost.
If you know that your injury is related to bones, joints, muscles, ligaments, it's a great place to start.
From sprains and strains to fractures and even lacerations, we have 3 clinics for urgent injury that you can be seen at, and we have fantastic surgeons that we can consult and refer to when necessary.
Student council really was a good opportunity for me to understand myself as an individual leader and understand the best way for me to help other people.
Student council provides you with these skills that will last you not just through high school, not just through college if that's something you want to do, but for the rest of your life.
It's much better to face those obstacles now and learn how to overcome them so that when they take that next step, they already have some of those skills in place to cope and overcome and become the best version of themselves that they can be.
Being in a place where you feel like you belong and finding kind of your voice is so important.
By being around other leaders, you really soak up all of that leadership, and it just makes you want to become a better leader.
There's people out there who have a capability for change.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 9-1-2 due up here. And the bottom half of the inning, Newman trying to answer, starting with Jackson Dutcher up at the plate. He has struck out and reached on an error. And the 0-1 turns to 1-1. We'll take a look at what's gone on inning by inning here. And boy, it has been quite the back and forth battle here. As the 1-1, not quite in there, brings it 2-1. Again, Newman with the 3rd, 4th, and 5th innings, 1 run each, got them a 4-3 lead. But that was before a 4-run 6th here for Xavier and 12 hits to give them the 7-4 advantage. That one shot foul here as we continue to roll along. As always, thank you for tuning in, and thank you for tuning in to High and Tight every single Monday right here on the IA Sports YouTube page. Cadence and myself dive into all the action that has been across the week and tell you what might be coming on up. So get all your thoughts, including your mailbag questions or thoughts, or just trying to blow off some steam. Hit us up at the iabaseball1@gmail.com. That's iabaseball1@gmail.com. Number 9 hole man is shooting that one foul. We remain at a 2-2 count. The Catholic Classic continues. And game 3 certainly continues to be an exciting one at that. 12 hits for Xavier, 7 hits for Newman. Offense has been plenty for both squads. That one draws it full now, 3-2. More action is coming your way. One more game. In fact, we're not done yet. We still got one more game coming on up after this. As the full count draws ball 4 and a runner onto the base pass here. As Jutcher now gets the walk, his second time onto the base pass. And now Thomas McGuire stepping on up. We've seen him do a lot defensively here in this one. And now he's looking to capture hit number 2. He reached on an error back in the 4th with a run scored. Sends that one foul here, strike 1. The 0-1 delivery from Murray. The slow roller gets it over there for strike 2. And this one right back at us here. Keeps it at an 0-2 count. Seven for our ball game. And this one has been back and forth, each with a run in the first. And then 3 straight runs unanswered, or 3 straight runs from Newman. Gave them a 2-run advantage. Also, what a heck of an almost play that was. Just caught a bit of the glove here for Murray, but Murray, if that would have been captured, that'd been a top 10 play for sure. In the end, it's an infield single here for the top of the lineup as McGuire earns hit number 2 on the day. And all of this still with nobody out as we bring up Hudson Gass to the plate. And we're going to have a quick mound visit here. A chance to also bring up what's going on, what's happened so far here. Again, the road so far for Xavier, they come into this Catholic Classic having split against Dubuque Senior and falling against Cedar Rapids Kennedy in both games with a big, impressive pickup in a win against Western Dubuque earlier in the week as well. Meanwhile, the road so far for Newman Catholic, we'll get to here in just a bit. That one rolled out there and a quick fire over to first. The sacrifice rolled to perfection there as they had outs to work with. And that's exactly here what Gass did. The sacrifice will put runners now in deep scoring position, second and third with 1 down. And West Cole stepping on up. Very productive, 2 for 3 with 3 runs driven in here in this game. He's accounted for 75% of the offense. And that one on a slow roll out to deep short, all the way deep in the hole. And did they get him? Yes, he did. A heck of a play there as that was deep in the hole. That was a heck of a play and nicely done as Eisenlohr gets the chance to step on up. So far, Eisenlohr has been hit by a pitch, singled, and popped out in 3 trips. The 0-1 delivery. That one sails a bit high, splits the count now 1-1. And Tegan Eisenlohr. So with the run scoring on the play previously, it now draws it within 2. It's a 7-5 ball game. 8 hits for Newman in today's action. They've played pretty good ball defensively, 0 errors. The 1-2. That one sails too high up, splits it now at 2 apiece. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out here. Both teams with at least 8 hits. 8 hits for Newman, 12 for Xavier. Xavier with the advantage, 7-5. That one sails a bit high. We go and draw it full, 3-2. So a full count here already. 1 run has crossed here. Now 4 straight innings for Newman with at least 1 run. And that is a huge strikeout. Murray pokes out his second, and that's a huge one there as that sets him down and stops the bleeding. It still is an advantage here for the Saints. They hold on to a 2-run lead as we wrap up 6 full innings. And we'll go ahead and we'll get rocking here.
Xavier 7, Newman 5.
We'll be right back right after this.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor. You need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting your kingdom.
.62, Coach. 62. First out. We're doing this so that the kids can continue to play. Like we used to enjoy playing when I was in high school. I understand how fun it was, and I want that same fun to be had by the kids now. So that's why we need more officials to keep these games going on.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the final inning of action here as we get rolling. And for Xavier starting things off, it will be Mac Driscoll, or excuse me, it'll be Max Daughtry up at the plate. And that one is out there, lifted nicely and trying to leg it out into a double. Nicely done here by Daughtry as he saw it again out there in the center. Gas struggled a little bit to pick that one up, and that proved costly. It switched from a single into a double, as now the Saints start things off. That'd be their 6th double in 3 innings. And now back at it is Dusty Cook as he resumes action. So far, the number 5 spot has flown out to center in all 3 trips. As that one gets looped out there to second. Got a little bobble, and the throw gets him in time, just barely by a step. And Olsen recovers quickly, as now that will be 1 down and a runner standing on third. Called strike 1 here on the number 6 hole man in Jackson Owens. That one gets lifted out there into center, and an atom ball stays where he is, and the throw on home will not be enough. A heck of an effort, but in the end, Owens with a sacrifice RBI. That adds 1 more, and the 3-run cushion back for the Saints. And now that brings up Caleb Lofswald, who went yard his last time up, a 2-run home run. Give him a 2 for 3 night so far. And now here's the pitch. That one nearly inside, nearly hit him here. So 1-1 the count with 2 down. Xavier already pushing across 1 run. They've scored in each of the last 3 innings. That one on a 2-chopper out there to short, and a nice pick, and the easy fire over here from Olsen will capture out number 3. Again, more action as that marks 13 hits on the game here for the Saints. They hold an 8-5 advantage into the do-or-die bottom of the 7th when we return.
1 run on 1 hit, no errors.
Oftentimes when you have an injury or fall and you're concerned, your first thought is to go to the emergency room. But with DMOS Urgent Injury Clinic, wait times are often a lot less, and you can be seen at a lower cost.
If you know that your injury is related to bones, joints, muscles, ligaments, it's a great place to start.
From sprains and strains to fractures and even lacerations. We have 3 clinics for urgent injury that you can be seen at, and we have fantastic surgeons that we can consult and refer to when necessary.
The bottom half of inning number 7, we'll see Bo Mario switch from third. He'll head on over onto the mound to try and close this one out. Xavier looking for a split here. Should they be able to connect? Earn win number 7 on the year.
Right fielder number 40, Hudson Hensley.
And moving on over to third will be Andrew Renner, the junior, getting his first action here. So we get rocking and rolling here. Hudson Hensley, getting his chance out at bat number 4 of the game. He singled, doubled, and struck out. As a productive, he has been 2 of 8 hits here for Newman in this game. Again, several of them equating directly to runs, which is something that in the last game for the Knights just couldn't happen. What wasn't happening. So 1 and 2, Bo Mario trying to shut the door here. Mario hasn't had much in the way of game action on the mound, just one inning in which he didn't strike out anybody. That time, though, he picks it up as Jasperson gets the chance to step on up. Already proving me wrong on the mound here is Mario, gets an out. And now down to their final two. Here goes Newman. Up next in the nightcap will be Dowling battling it out against Assumption. That one's fouled back. Two runs in the fifth, 4 in the sixth, and one more in the seventh have given a boost here for the Saints. 8-5 with the lead. And Owens, nicely done, tried to frame it. Meanwhile, for Newman, they have got no more than one run, but they've done so in all but 2 innings so far. That one on a hopper out there to short. Driscoll with the fire, and he'll get the out. And that means the Saints are 1 out away from win number 7 on the season. Cam Kropp, a guy you want up here. He singled back in the fourth, reached on a fielder's choice in the fifth. Would love to get something going here with the rally. That one on the inner third, easily there for strike one. Mario works quickly. The pitch, strike two. And count it, strike three. That's how you wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen. What probably took 20 seconds to complete is the final out of the game. Bo Mario, have yourself a day, as he had a heck of an outing with the bat.
He hits, no errors.
He went through and collected a hit in all 4 trips to the plate, and he closes out the game with 2 strikeouts. And he sets them down. It is now win number 7 on the season here for the Saints. Meanwhile, Newman Catholic still looking for that elusive 12th win of the year. They fall to 11-4 on the season. And again, taking a look at the road ahead here, it'll include 2 more home games here for Newman before 4 straight road trips. And then, of course, the road ahead for Xavier. They're at home once, followed by 3 straight road trips, and then back at home against Iowa City High and Cedar Rapids, Washington. All right, well, I think we can go ahead, rightfully so, and claim a player of the game here, and it has to go to Bo Mario out of Cedar Rapids. Xavier, absolutely strong game for him. He drove in 2 runs, had a trio of singles and a double, hit every single time he stepped up to the plate. And then on the back end, 2 strikeouts to secure the win and get the save. And just his 2nd inning of work on the season. Man, it was impressive, and that's how we end it. So again, we will go ahead and bring in the final box score when we come back right after this.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor. You need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last, because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting your kingdom.
Student council really was a good opportunity for me to understand myself as an individual leader and understand the best way for me to help other people.
Student council provides you with these skills that'll last you not just through high school, not just through college if that's something you want to do, but for the rest of your life.
It's much better to face those obstacles now and learn how to overcome them so that when they take that next step, they already have some of those skills in place to cope and overcome and become the best version of themselves that they can be.
Being in a place where you feel like you belong and finding kind of your voice is so important.
By being around other leaders, you really soak up all of that leadership, and it just makes you want to become a better leader.
There's people out there who have a capability for change and are willing to go out and create that change. And if I associate myself with them, I'll be a part of that grand scheme of things that's bringing positivity and positive change throughout the state.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's an 8-5 winner for Xavier, picking up win number 7 as we take a look at the scoreboard here. Again, each team right off to the races here started strong, 1 run each. And you got to give credit, 5 times Newman scored, but each time just 1 run apiece. They did so from the 3rd through the 6th inning. And otherwise, the 5th and 6th innings were dominated by Xavier. 4 runs in the 6th, 2 in the 5th, and that helped them in the win. They slugged for 13 hits. They had 3 errors, but they got 7 runs to capture the win. Meanwhile, 8 hits helped to push across 5 runs of errorless ball here for Newman Catholic, who fall to 11-4 on the year. Meanwhile, Xavier 7-8. We got the nightcap coming on up. It's right around the corner, and it involves Assumption and Dowling trying to see who can win the Catholic Classic when we come back. A brand new stream. So while you're at it, catch all the other stuff, catch all the cool stories and everything in between while you're waiting right here on the IA Sports YouTube page. But we'll see each other coming on up in a matter of 20 minutes. Stick with us.